My mouth's messed up. Oh, I was getting into that.
Is that what you look like at concerts?
Yeah, kind of. What's happening, everybody? It is Monday. The only Monday with all the mayhem on one stream. And tonight we got a special night. We got the one and only Chattanooga Ed with us today.
Happy to be here.
That way.
That way. Let's just not finger point.
Sure.
Oh man, what a night! And thank you to Mr. Lefty for that intro. He made that by hand painstakingly for hours, and I don't know.
He really might have though.
He really might have. I don't know, but he did an awesome job, and I kind of wish there was a longer version. I'm kidding, but I like it. I love it. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Bobby? Was that Bobby the brain at the front?
You know, that I don't think that was Bobby,
so.
But man, that sure looked like Bobby when he was younger.
Yeah, similar.
Very similar. Very similar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, speaking of Bobby, he's slowing down in his old age. He's
getting old.
Man, he's almost what?
I thought we said 4.
Yeah, he's almost 4 years old. And
5.
when you feed him and Galactus is just like Bobby was when he was that size. Now Bobby's more laid back, like, I'll get to it.
And Galactus is like the seagulls on Finding Nemo. Mine.
Galactus is jumping out of the tank before you even have a chance to open the lid.
Yes.
Well, let's go on ahead and get through the roll call here, which means I have no control over anything.
You do. You do now. Sorry, I was just.
Oh, I see what you were doing.
Yeah.
I see what you're laying down. Well, let's start off with the first one in the gate.
The amazing.
All right. So Patty's here. What's happening, Patty? And then we got Jeremy sneaking in. What's happening, Jeremy? Said it's a Metalhead day, and I'm like, when he said that, I'm like, missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Chattanooga Mayhem was a good one, though.
I agree.
I appreciate it.
Then we got Diego Pet Sonics popping in. What's happening, Diego? How you doing, buddy? Good seeing you. Then Ricky De Hoyos, awesome guy coming in. Lefty says he's playing cards with the fam, so I'll have to lurk. Well, I hope you got to see your creation in action.
Happy lurking.
Thank you for that.
Or at least hear it.
Sailing Aquatics, what's up? I'm just guessing it was like that.
Hi. Hi, Jesse.
Oh, let's see. Oh. See, it's jumping on me like this.
You're fine. Papa Jimmy!
Jimmy P's in the house. What's happening? Oh, we even got a Rico stand. What's happening, Mr. Rico?
He can't chat.
That's okay.
That's okay.
We appreciate you popping in. So what's been new with you, Mr. Ed?
Jeepers. Well, I was planning to get some fish food today, and my mom asked if she could come along because she needed to do some shopping and buy some thread. And I took her shopping with me, and I didn't even get to my fish store.
Oh.
We spent the whole day in old lady places, and oh my gosh, I just made it back in time. I was hoping to do this in front of my big fish tank for you guys, since you're going to adopt one of the fish in there.
Oh yeah, the red devil, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, looks like looks like we got Sketty Nona. What's happening, Sketty? How you doing? Peplin popping in. Just saying hey, and if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. You guys know how it works. We get carried away. It happens.
Yes.
Doesn't mean I don't love you.
There is a question though for Ed. Like,
Is there a question?
pretty much right out of the gate, right
Where
here.
is it? Salient Aquatics. Ed, what's that award behind you?
This one was the year of the first year of the apocalypse. What was it? 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
There was only one fish show that year, and it was called the Big Fish Deal. And they've even canceled that. They don't even have it anymore. But I won the aquascaping competition at that show. So I can say I'm the only winner of an aqua show in 2020. It's also the only one I've ever won. But I haven't been in too many. But I've been a judge more than I've been in them. It's
Hey, you know what? A win's a win.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
A win's a win.
I'll take it.
Well, I also have my fish from the Big Fish Deal, or not from the Big Fish Deal, from the Clash. I won, and I didn't win any of the guppy competitions that I entered, but I entered into the wild fish also.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
And, oh my gosh, well, it's going now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we just dropped that. But I got third place for my wild caught mollies from Florida.
Oh, wow.
That was at the Clash with you guys.
Yes.
I
remember that.
I remember that, yeah.
I remember that.
That was fun. So I'm going to do that again.
We're going to be there again this year.
Awesome.
And we don't have to leave the hotel. Well, unless we get kicked out. But we're not trying to do that.
Are you guys going to go to that bar down the street on Thursday night? It's I don't know if it's all you can eat or what it is, but it's called Wing Night. And I don't know what the bar's called, but they have wings on Thursday nights.
Well, so are you going to be there on Thursday?
I'm going to be there.
Well, then we got to keep the tradition alive.
Wings at a fish convention?
And I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, but let's don't double pay.
Yeah, there's that.
Because I had my dinner was like $15 or something, and I put $25 down to pay for my tip and my dinner, and then you said I got it, and just keep it as a tip, but you said it in front of the guy.
Hell.
We ended up paying that guy. He got the fattest tip of his life, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy loved us.
He got a huge tip. He did.
I think he got like a $50 tip from our table, probably.
Okay, well, next time that happens, just go, Josh, shut up. Just remember Chicago.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, our bill was up there. Paying for 4 people, but I still don't know that $50 was a worthy tip.
Well, he did have to chase somebody outside.
He did.
Oh, yeah, we did feel sorry for that.
Yeah.
Some guy tried to dine and dash.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was the bartender guy.
Boy, he was on it, too.
Yeah. And he was like he was one of those fellers that you wouldn't think would be the type of guy that would have the guts to do that, too.
Oh, man, he was out there. He was like, excuse me. We're all like, what the hell just happened?
We should have ran out the other door.
Right.
Get him from the side.
Well, see, we can just break apart and run 3 different directions.
Well, Jesse was there, too.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been 4.
Yep.
I don't know why I was throwing my thumb up. I just want to say hey to Gardaki's playground. Did I say that right? Yeah, Gardaki's. It looks like we got Jason Hierstead says your beer system's not feeling good.
Oh, no.
Well, that's no excuse.
There is a lot of sickness
I hope you
going
get
around.
to feeling better, buddy. Hillbilly Aquatics made it in. Jen, what's happening, everybody?
Hi, guys.
What's happening? But no, that was definitely a fun night. So this needs to be our thing. And every time we get into a state or whatever, wherever we're at, we just need to go find a wing joint and go see how good they are.
Yeah, that'd be
Try
awesome.
not to overpay.
Yeah. Well, next time I'll just be rude to the little waiter dude. If we get a waiter dude.
Yeah, especially when they go running out the door like that.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I should have said something. It was just since you were like, no, just leave that for the tip. And Jesse was like, well,
Okay.
oh well.
Oh, because
And Jesse, his bill was probably super high because he had
It
like
was.
10 beers.
Yeah, it was.
That's where they get
I
you.
I was the designated driver, so at
Right.
least I wasn't too bad on that side. But man, yeah,
Right.
I bet you Jesse's was really high.
It was. It was up there.
You know what? But we don't get to do it that often, so
Right.
It's whatever. It's all good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Larry D's popping in. What's happening, Larry D? Good seeing you, buddy.
Oh man, he's awesome. And
But no,
I hope he goes to the Clash too.
They are going.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he'll have a good time with it. I really do.
And he actually got a hotel room this time too. So yeah, no Airbnb, or I think last year they were in like a crappy motel just down the road. Because it was cheaper. It was not a good experience.
I will say I have absolutely no problem with the Airbnb that we stayed at. That place was fantastic.
It was beautiful.
It was fun hanging out with Kenny from ABC Aquatic Biotech. Fun hanging out with dude. We had a blast.
He's a cool guy.
But the part that sucked was none of us wanted to leave the hotel. There he is right there. Yep.
Yeah.
None of us wanted to leave the hotel, and we had to. Otherwise, it would have got carried away, and then somebody would have been sleeping in the lobby.
Yeah, and you see, that's
actually an idea.
With Aquashella, I couldn't afford to go to them all if they didn't help me out.
Right.
You know, but it's when James and I used to go, we used to have to get the cheap place far away.
Right.
And then drive in. And when they started paying for a hotel room, it was so much more fun getting to hang out the whole time.
Right. Well, and we had a good time just because every night it was like just different crew hanging out, and either way, somebody was hanging out. You know, so
yeah.
Man, that last night, I wish I could have stayed awake. I just couldn't stay awake. And that last night, boy, I guess that was the end all be all because they were everywhere that night. But I thought it was fun. We sat there in the hallway of this place, and people might think, well, it's a hallway, it's not that big, whatever. No, this place was like 4 miles wide.
No, you're talking to Chicago. No, we were in the lobby.
Yeah, and it was like
wasn't a hallway; it was the lobby.
Well, whatever.
Oh yeah, the last night I don't know if we were up there in the lobby too, but the lobby was so gigantic you wouldn't see people.
Yeah, you can walk right by them and not even know it.
Right.
You could hear them because I'm like, I hear them.
And I'll be honest, I don't know if you were with me or not.
One night, yeah.
There was one night, and I think that was the same night that Grant and Shelby and
the first night there, which I think was Friday, because we went to the wing joint and then we went and stopped at the 7-Eleven for.
Yes, that was the night we were in the lobby.
And then, no, we went to the room that night, and I guess everybody kind of dispersed after that. And then the second night, we all kind of made our own. You were grabbing chairs from everywhere. We were all just kind of like bunched over in a little corner. Man, we were there for a while.
Grant and Shelby. I think we were there until like 2 a.m, and I was finally like, I gotta go.
It was something like that, but everybody was down there. We were all having a good time.
Grant and Shelby, Hillary, and
well, we almost got kicked out of
the bar.
Michael from Michigan Tropicals and his hit group that he was with, and then we all went in there, and I took beer in with me, and I'm like, they're not going to let me drink this in here. Well, I mean, I had a bag full of beer, and we're sitting there, and I'm just like, I just keep cracking them open. I'm like, hell with it. They're not saying anything. I got to the last beer in the bag.
He told us to leave.
And I cracked it open. He said, you can't drink that in here. And I was like, well, I drank the rest of those. What's the problem with this one? So we had to pay our tab and leave.
Well, I do remember I wanted to order one of those Chicago pizzas real bad.
Oh, we
That
got
night.
one.
I was with you guys, and but at the same, then I found out John wanted to take all of us that worked as a team to dinner.
Right.
And so I ended up leaving you guys because I couldn't invite other people, when somebody else is paying for it. So he bought all the volunteers, we get together every Tuesday to organize, and we all ate together.
Right.
But then we went out, and I didn't see you guys again.
Man, I ate that pizza.
Oh, that pizza was phenomenal. I think we had a few pieces. No, we had a few pieces left over for the next morning, and we had that for breakfast.
Yeah. Either way, that pizza got aged.
It was good pizza.
I didn't get any pizza this time.
Oh, man. Looks like we got, I hope I say this right, Isaiah popping in. What's happening? Scuba Steve-O, what's happening, my brother? I don't know if Whip made it in or not.
I think I saw Whip. I don't know.
If I just skipped over your Whip, I'm sorry, buddy, but I don't know if he popped in or not. I could have sworn he did.
Alan.
Who's this Alan guy?
He says, first thing I hear walking in is about being kicked out of places. Am I not surprised?
And then you
might be. Oh, sorry.
Then you got freaking Kyle J to go with the Go Eagles crap.
Ew.
Well,
what's happening, Kyle?
I'm forcing the poor Philly people to do that. And we probably won't have any more Aquashellas in Chicago. I think Chicago did itself in with their union. The setup.
Really?
Crew, yeah, always in every convention we go to, they come in and they set up on Wednesday. So all the vendors come in on Thursday and Friday. They didn't show up till Friday.
Oh.
And we're setting up. And then they come in and they tear everything down. It's supposed to be on Monday. But they came in at 5:00 when the show ended and was putting vendor stuff on the floor.
Ooh, I remember they were going through there like a madhouse.
Yeah, but they charged us for like 7 days around the clock union work. So it cost 5 times more than any other show just to the union.
That makes sense.
Yeah, hopefully maybe we can try to get it in Indy. I was pushing for Indianapolis because they do a wonderful job.
Man, that'd be awesome.
I know that people talked about St. Louis, Minnesota for the Midwest show.
St. Louis isn't that bad. That's like a 5.5 hour drive.
Equivalent of Chicago-ish.
Yeah, but it's just you got to go in a different direction. But still, it's not that. It's really not that bad to get into
toll roads. No toll roads, which is nice in St. Louis. But well, I'm from St. Louis, so I know St. Louis. But we could go to if we do ever do it in St. Louis, I would take everybody to the zoo. The zoo is free, and it's rated the 3rd best in the world. It's amazing. It's so huge, and it's free.
Really?
It's incredible. They have this one display where you get to go and watch the hippos, and then you walk down, and the pond that the hippos are in is a fish tank on one side. And so you get to see the hippos swim in, and there's all these tilapias. When they poop, their tails go like this, and their poop goes all over, and the tilapia just swarm.
Oh my God.
And eat it all.
Okay.
Is that why it's free? Because they're just sitting everywhere?
Hang on. The zoo in Cincinnati has a family of hippos that I have been paying attention to for like 5 years, 6 years. I would love to see hippos up close and personal like that. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Right against the glass. The polar bear's the same way.
Yes.
They used to have the polar bears far away, but some moron threw them cheese sandwiches in Ziploc bags, and both ate a Ziploc bag each, and both died.
Oh.
Both polar bears.
That person should be put down.
I know.
Can
well,
we
they don't know for sure if
euthanize
it's
that
a cheese
person?
sandwich, but they said some sandwich. But so now they're in
doing that.
But now they're in this giant enclosure that has snow in it year round.
Oh wow!
And the bears run up against the glass. It is so cool.
Oh my gosh! All
But
we
it's so
have is
sad.
glass that you can feed by hand.
Let's see.
They have
Silent.
penguins that'll splash you because your face is right next to the penguins, and they have to have somebody standing there in case a penguin jumps over so they can plop them back in. Yeah, awesome.
Our penguins are pretty spunky here too, in our zoo.
It's like got Salem asking, Metalheads, did you get your water changes done? I didn't know I was changing one.
We topped off tanks today, but nothing needed a water change.
No, yeah, I just topped off and.
Well, I think because I mentioned that typically we do our water changes like on the weekends or sometimes before the stream tonight.
Oh, that wasn't happening this weekend.
No, nothing needed to be changed. We topped off tanks, but that's all we had to do.
Oh yeah, so funny story for everybody. Our heater went out again, our furnace, in 3 weeks because of this stupid wire. Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from Saturday until about noon today, we did not have heat. And it's been 25 degrees.
But we're back up and rolling now, and I'm sorry, I'm not doing water changes in 25 degrees.
Oh, here you go.
No heat. And then looks like Salem also asked, Ed, what's that Uber aquarium you got behind you there?
He said cube. Well, he came back and said cube.
Cube aquarium.
Oh, this one's my cave tank one that I made. The stalactites, and I tried to make stalagmites, and they came out really bad. So I just did stalactites, but I haven't filled it. I need to fill it. I want to put snowball shrimp in it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That's that tank, and then this tank behind me is my flugel, the super one that Matt from Liquid Zoo sent me.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
That's the nicest thing anybody has ever sent me in my life. It's so awesome.
I kind of knew he was sending that.
Wait a minute.
I just had to keep it hush-hush.
I recall you getting a really awesome poster of a really, really cool flower horn called Bobby.
He's in my fish room. Do you want me to run and get him? I used to do all my stuff in my fish room, but I added fish tanks on the wall, like towards my kitchen. And that made it so I get no signal at all in my fish room. I can't even use my telephone in my fish room.
Oh, wow. So you made a Faraday
glass tanks. Yeah, I'm like covered in glass tanks all the way around. And I can't so what I need to do is I've bought 100 foot of Ethernet, and it's somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. I bought 100 foot of Ethernet so I can run it from this side of the house all the way to the other side of the house. And then I'm going to put it in a router and just broadcast in that one room.
Yeah, just boost it in there.
Should be super strong because it just bounce all over the place, I think.
Yeah, I definitely. Anywhere you got a weak signal, boost it, especially if you want to shoot video from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or live. The video doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, no, that's perfect. That should be plenty.
Yep. That's what I'd do.
So while we were talking about making things, and since it's football season, I'm going to show something that I made for a coworker because hang on, I know, and this was even hard for me to make. But I have a coworker that has been going through a lot of things lately, and she is a huge football fan. So I actually made this for her. And hopefully you can get the gist of what it
My
is.
face in front.
Is she a Cowboy fan?
She is a Cowboys fan.
I was just about to ask you if she was single, but I don't want to care anymore.
No, she is not.
Oh, okay. Well,
she
that's
is
good
not.
that she found someone.
But I made this for her, and thankfully everybody that has seen it is getting the gist that it's supposed to be Cowboys, because doing stars like that in crochet is extremely difficult. So I did the best I
my
could.
Gosh.
I see
I
it.
saw crochet sticks today.
This is a crochet beanie. So she can wear this and keep her head warm and proudly show off her, being a Cowboys fan.
I see.
I didn't know what these sticks were, but they were all different colors of metal, real pretty metal, like different colors at Walmart. And I was like, what are those? And my mom said they're crochet sticks or something.
Crochet hooks.
Yeah. Hooks.
Hooks. Yeah, we call them hooks, but yes.
They get angry if you call them sticks.
We also get angry if you confuse this for knitting, because this is not knitting. It is two totally different things.
Well, when she said that, I kind of went, oh, and then walked away.
Looks like
looks
like Asia's name is Asia, like Asia later.
Yeah.
Asia. I gotcha. Okay. I will remember that. I don't know how, but I will remember that. And Whip's ears must have been burning or something, because here he is popping in. Let's get tanked.
Always.
Bunny Viper, good seeing you.
Bye-bye.
Dannykins, what's happening, Danny? How you doing? Kenny E. Danny.
That's Kenny E.
Well, I always say Dan. See, this is why I say the channel name.
So when you see in the chat, "What's up, fish people?" It's Kenny. Any other time, it's Dan.
It's like we got Depth Charge popping in here. What's up, Metalheads? What's happening, Depth Charge? How you doing, buddy?
Bought a Metalhead today.
Yeah, well,
that's right.
Whoa, what you got there? Oh, I know who that. Oh, yeah. Damn it, I can't remember his name.
Destro.
Yeah. See, that show was out when I was 5.
Well, I was probably 10.
And I was watching that show.
I loved these so much when I was a little kid, but they were only this big. And then I gave them all to my brother, and he took pliers and just chopped them up.
Hell.
I was like, I'm going to buy this today because it's a Metalhead and it's Destro.
Right? I'm sorry. I'm totally missing Mike B, too.
Hi, Mike B.
What's happening, Mike B? I'm sorry I missed you, buddy.
Also, apparently she was lurking for a moment, so just to be a pain in the ass to all of you.
Yes. It's that purple thing. I don't know.
She just came back and said, "I'm here. Hello, I'm here, Metal Ed chat." So hi, Patty, again.
Back in my younger years. See, I can get the S out now. Now we had Transformers would be G.I. Joe and then Transformers, and then they flipped it and it was Transformers G.I. Joe. But they had Sergeant Slaughter, the wrestler, like in between the cartoons. It was just awesome Saturday mornings.
Yeah, it was. If they make a Sergeant Slaughter toy, I'm going to buy that too.
Oh, you have to.
I don't care, man.
Absolutely. You have to.
I figure I'm old enough. I can buy toys if I want to.
Right. I
was like, I haven't bought anything forever. And I'm like,
I have an Incredible Hulk figure that I bought from like GameStop, and this thing's like 20 pounds in the box.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I also have a Ghost Rider. Well, I got 2. I don't remember what happened to the other one. It's in here somewhere. But
You have
the one I have, he's on the bike, and I mean, this thing's like 1.5 feet, 2 foot long. He's on the bike. He's got the chains whipping everywhere, flames going. I never opened none of it. It's just sitting there, and that's the way I intend it.
That's awesome.
It's like Snoochie Booch made it in. What's happening, Snoochie? Says, what's up, Metalheads and Ed? And Still in it says, what's up, and friends? And I'm losing my voice.
How's he doing?
We are, we're rolling. So what else you got? What else you got in the works there, Mr. Ed? I keep calling you Mr. Ed. You're not a damn horse.
It's all right. I've been calling it my whole life. I prefer that over Special Ed, so it's all good. But
fair enough.
Well, I've got a 55 and a 75 gallon tank I got a couple weeks ago from Rack, from Fish Tank Bar, or not Fish Tank, Pond Life and Bird Garden. He has a couple of different channels.
Yeah.
And, well, in the Studio Life or Rack Cross Studios and Arts.
Yeah.
Well, and I tried to make him have a red beard like me there, but he looks more like the Joker, doesn't he? That's weird. But he gave me those 2 tanks, but it's been raining for like 2 straight weeks, and it's not supposed to stop raining until Saturday. And I got to drive it around the house, and I don't want it to tear up my yard.
Right.
You know, because it's so muddy. Man, it's the bad thing about living in a place where it rains all the time.
I was gonna say, just be glad it's rain.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got like 9 or 10 inches of snow dumped on us in a day.
When was that?
I haven't seen snow in forever.
Well, we got plenty of it. I will mail
you. Ice, but
I will shovel up a bunch of it and stick it in a cooler.
That's all right.
And I'll mail it to you.
I will make a snowman and give it a red goatee.
We'll make a snow egg. Yes.
Well, there's nothing better than waking up in the morning and looking out the window and seeing everything covered in white. It's like something in my body just like goes, oh, thank God. Because I think when I was a kid, that meant no school.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool until you realize work's not calling off.
Yeah, as an adult.
Yeah. Well, and I used to drive to the factory, and they always used to like do special things for you. You know, if we all showed up for a blizzard and stuff, they'd buy us lunch or give us all $50 gift card. They would always do something special for the people that showed up in the blizzards.
Right.
And
we actually did get lunch, and we got sent home early.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we had a dirtball new manager that didn't give the union people anything. He says, you guys have a contract. You don't need anything else. And
right.
I wrecked my car going to work. So then I just called in every time after
Yeah.
that.
Well, the owner, we were sitting there. What day was it? That was
Wednesday?
I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday. Got to be about 11:30. The owner, well, Trevor's dad, calls him up and says, hey, what do you guys want from across the street? We got the bar across the street. We eat at a lot, restaurant. And what do you want from across the street? I'm going to get you guys something to eat, let you guys eat, and then we're getting the hell out of here. And I'm not going to argue with the guy that signs my paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
He says, go. You know?
Yeah.
But super. I don't think I could work for a better company. Honestly, I don't.
No.
I mean, I'm more like family to them. We just like I hang out with my friends all day. I don't actually. I mean, I do things, but it's like, what do you do? I go there and hang out for 10 hours.
Right. Yeah, you hang out and you laugh with your friends, and by the time you know
sometimes we fix things.
That's awesome.
But it's not like all the other places that I've spent a lot of time at, where it's like, no, we don't care if it's a level 4 snow emergency and you can't get through and the roads are impassable. We don't care. You better be in here running your shift, because God forbid somebody needs a light bulb and we can't sell it to them.
Right.
Not pointing any elbows, AutoZone.
Anyway.
Anywho, back to you, Ed.
We have.
Oh man, but I totally agree. I used to love driving into those days. Like, I worked at the movie theater and in college, and I loved going to the movies on the blizzards because I'd be the only person in the whole freaking place.
Right.
You know, and the manager, we just eat nachos and drink pop and hang out in the lobby all day long, and it was great because nobody shows up to the. But these stupid district managers say you can't shut the place down. So
Right. It's like,
yeah,
if you're gonna pay me to sit here,
right?
Yeah, I used to love it, and I never wrecked my truck or car ever. You know, thank goodness. You know, going to work for 20 some years, and as soon as that new manager gets in there, I did a couple donuts, and I didn't really wreck it, but I put a dent in the back of my bumper in the back, you know, and I still made it into work, and he didn't give us nothing. I was like, well, I get 4 sick days a year. I'm going to turn them into snow days, you know?
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's like we got Lady R popping in. What's happening, Lady R? How you doing? Good seeing everybody, man. I like seeing everybody pop in. I miss doing Mondays. The Saturday was fun, but I miss doing Mondays. I'm so glad to be back on it now. Not saying I won't do Saturdays. I'll help her with Saturdays, but I just
sometimes. Most of the time you're playing video games and you come down and you're like, are you going live? And then you go back upstairs and I'm like, well.
Yeah, and then when you say no and I turn my game off, now I got to go turn it back on. No, I bought a PlayStation 5. I'm going to use the damn thing.
What game are you playing, or games?
Believe it or not, PlayStation 4 games, mostly.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm so out of the loop, and I used to play video games all my life, you know? And for the last 8 years, I bought one of those Xboxes that are real cool, and the nephews wanted me to play this game where there's some type of alien invasion or something.
Yeah.
And it made me so seasick, man.
That sounds like Mass Effect.
I was like, oh. And I haven't played anything.
Yeah.
No, I basically got the system because years ago I was real big into the Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh yeah.
When that came out on Xbox, that was just a game that you could play and play and play. I mean, even today I could probably still play and play and play it. But PlayStation's got, I guess, exclusive rights to that game. And they were going to re-release it, remaster it, re-release it on PS5. So I was like, well, that's going to make me buy it. So I did. And then I find out the lead asshat in charge of that got fired. So the game is delayed.
For like 2 years?
It was supposed to come out this year, and then maybe next year. Now it's like 25, maybe. So I'm sitting here going, well, it is what it is. But no, I just find myself playing a heavily modded Fallout 4. Because if you have a PlayStation subscription, you can get a lot of the games with all the updates and download content and everything. And then Fallout, you can put mods in. I mean, these people make mods, and you got to watch the order that you put them in, but you can put them in the game and do whatever the hell you want. That's pretty much what I do. I build overly defended bases, and I can't die.
Nice. That's cool.
Oh yeah,
Well,
but yeah, I do miss, and I really miss Medal of Honor. I wish they would bring that back out. It was like Call of Duty, but it
oh,
was better in my opinion.
is it? Wait, which one was it when the first one came out for like Super Nintendo? And you could be like the French girl, and she would
Oh
taunt people and say, "You fight like a French schoolgirl."
yeah, that
But
well, there's only been 1,853 Call of Duties.
That.
well, it was probably the first ones.
But
It was like you were taking. It was D-Day,
yeah,
and you were taking Normandy.
okay. So it's hard saying
You'd be a
because
German,
there's
a
been
Brit,
so
an
many
English guy, and
games.
a French girl.
There's been so many games built on just that. But there is Call of Duty World War II. There is a French girl. She's kind of more or less towards the end of that, but there is a French girl in that, and that girl can shoot.
Yeah.
I think. Am I thinking right? Yeah, I think so too. Because Battlefield was
Oh,
another good one.
Star Wars Battlefield.
No, Battlefield.
Oh,
Just
I
Battlefield.
love the Star Wars Battlefield.
Star Wars Battlefield in itself, yes, but that's just me because I'm biased towards Star Wars, but I mean, you can be whoever you want to be in
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
there.
Oh
See,
Lord.
he's even got the fighter helmet.
Yep. I'm a big nerd.
But I want to say, it's going to drive me nuts. Oh, Sniper is a good one too. They've got V5 out, which I just haven't pulled the trigger on yet. Paperboy, yes, I remember Paperboy.
Paperboy was the best.
Oh man,
The best Nintendo games were Baseball Stars, and normally I'm not a baseball game guy, but Baseball Stars was so good they stopped selling it because nobody would buy their stupid yearly version of RBI Baseball.
right?
Because it was all cartoon guys, and you got to build your own team
Yeah.
and build the players and stuff. It
Right.
was so much fun. I
I
loved
remember that
building the
one too.
guys.
But nobody would do that back in the day.
Oh, I loved it. And then the other one that I loved was Super Techno Bowl. Or Techno Bowl, the original on Nintendo.
Yeah. Oh man, Snoochie's mad at me because I still haven't gotten that damn Call of Duty yet. I'm working on it, buddy. I haven't forgot about you. I haven't forgot about
I want to get
you.
the Harry Potter Legacy that you can pre-order right now for PS5. Like, I don't video game, and I want that game.
I will put a password on my system.
I want to learn how to play that game.
No. Use the PS4.
It's a PS5 game, jackass.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we forget to make your payment this week? Oh, man.
No.
Rude.
Is it a 2-player game where you guys can play together?
No, I think
It probably is, but he only has one controller.
I think it's I can get, but I think it's a role playing game or an MMORPG or whatever they call it. I don't know, but I don't think it's a game where like her and I could play at the same time. Or if it is,
I don't
don't
know
know it.
but I want to get it and I want to try it. And I don't
need to watch those Harry Potter movies.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen them.
Our oldest daughter for her.
I don't bring myself to watch them.
I don't remember what birthday it was, but she had a Harry Potter themed birthday one year, and I went all out. I got the glasses, the wands, like we had Harry Potter backdrops to do photos on. Everything was Harry Potter. Other than him, this is the Harry Potter household.
Okay, well here's the deal. When you watch Clerks 2, and you watch Randall and the poofy haired guy from
Oh God, makes fun of Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
No, he
They're
was
all
Lord of
fake.
the Rings. They
Whatever.
are not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
No.
You watch them get into the argument, and Randall makes the guy puke. Like, literally told me everything I needed to know about Lord of the Rings right there.
Lord of the Rings and
I love Lord of the Rings, but I'm not into kid movies.
They're the same thing.
No, they are not. I will fight you.
Well, Lord of the Rings is grown-ups killing monsters, and
Harry
Potter is children pretending to be Lord of the Rings people.
They are not pretending. Get out of here.
Well, they're little kids doing it, and it's just, you can't root for little kids. I don't want to watch little kids. I don't want to pay $10 to watch little kids running around in a movie.
Sticks.
I don't have to pay anything. I own the movies and the books.
At least the lightsaber can remove limbs.
Well, but you see, you have children, so you love children.
I love my children.
And Harry Potter children.
If you bring your children to my house, that I'm going to love your children. I'm just saying.
That just sounds like a really weird soap opera title. I love my children.
I don't necessarily care for other people's kids. I'm just saying.
Love my... Oh, there we go. Oh. We need to start a show, a soap opera called Love My Children.
No.
Oh, my God.
Skipper just came in. Hi, Skipper.
Oh, man.
But, you know, maybe she likes the Harry Potter kids because they're orphans.
Well, wait, what? No. What? No, they're not.
They're orphan children. They don't have parents.
Not all of them.
Oh, orphans. I thought he said...
I saw the first episode.
No.
I saw two of the movies. I saw the first one and the last one.
Harry is the only orphan.
Both dates with different girls.
Yeah, but Harry is the only orphan. His two best friends have parents.
I thought you said
Do we really know that for sure? They sent them away to an orphanage.
No. Like,
they kind of got rid of them.
In the books and in the movies, Harry is the only orphan.
It's just like Jedis, how they get rid of their parents so they can become wizards.
No,
sorry.
No, it's literally nothing like that.
I thought you said Mormons.
I did too. So I was really confused for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, they're British. They're not Mormon. Alan is telling you to breathe.
I'm sorry, that was funny. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely not Mormons.
No.
The Mormon version of Harry Potter would probably be kind of boring.
It would be very boring.
But they have neat cathedrals.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. Hogwarts is a pretty impressive castle.
South Park did that.
Yes.
The Book of Mormon.
Yes.
South Park, Joseph something. South Park did it.
Anyway.
You know how everybody's like Simpsons did it? Well, so did South Park. Because they've been around long enough. South Park did it. South Park did it. Okay, I'll quit.
Only Oscars, hello. Thunder Aquatics, hello. Jenna P, hello.
Hi, guys.
Where's Only Oscars trophy?
Oh, wow. What is that?
Melted.
Oh.
I really need to get into the resin stuff like he does.
Well, not like this. I need to learn how to use it good. But
yeah.
And then I wanted to go to Hobby Lobby and buy another thing of it so I could try again, but we spent all of our time at old lady shops today.
Well, welcome to shopping with a woman.
What is that? You just pour it in
You have to pour it into a mold, and then it has to set for so long, and it has to cure.
See, it's supposed to be in one of these fish bowls, and then I'm gonna mount it to the top of one of these.
Yeah.
And then here I'll grab Ryan's, because he won the other league. We had 2 fantasy football leagues in the Fish Fam this year. But it's like this. But
Oh,
you see,
okay.
Ryan's, I ran out of the stuff, so his fish only got half covered. But there's a goldfish in there.
Yeah.
I mean, but goldfish do that anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a shark.
Yeah, it's believable. Now you just need to paint some like white and blue around his top fin, and there you go. It's like he's cutting through the water.
Miss Aquatic Nest.
Modge Podge.
Yeah.
Miss Aquatic Nest.
Hey, Ness, how you doing?
Mountain Greenery, hello.
I'm great, man. All the cool kids are coming out now. Not that all the cool kids weren't already here, but I'm just saying.
Mountain Greenery is here.
But Miss Ness, that's awesome.
And there's Lori.
Lori, hello.
Have you ever seen Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Love it.
That sounds awesome.
What's the character? I can't think of his name. The one with the gumball machine.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know anybody's name. I just laugh and watch.
Could make that easily without resin.
Hang on, I'm trying to think of his name now.
I used to know it.
I know, I used to know all their names. Dang it.
Now I'm gonna have to
Big
get
Cat,
Netflix again just to watch that.
Did we say hi to Mark Storlson?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Mark. Hey, Mark.
Hello. Also, Big Cat. Hello.
And everybody else that came in, if we didn't say hey, I'm sorry. Welcome.
Mike B just said, "Oh shit, the cool kids are here. I'm in the wrong place." No, sir, you
fine.
are in the absolute correct place.
You're fine.
You are on the island of misfits.
Yeah. It's the Fish Fam. We have nerds.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Me.
That's
Great.
Well, apparently she likes Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I love Harry Potter.
See,
Oh man.
he got the pointing thing down. I have to point over here.
If I could figure out how to
I'm good at
move
being in this spot. When I'm
spell,
over there, it's not as good.
Oh man.
Alan says I'm going to take them saying the cool kids are here as a victory for myself. Nah.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself, Alan. I'm kidding.
Pump the brakes there, sir.
I'm kidding.
Actually,
we sort of like it.
I have to say that he is a cool kid because 3 Days Grace and Shinedown are coming here in, I think, March.
Ooh. Do you know who's coming?
Okay, hang
to
on.
Fort Wayne? I just saw today, and I probably can't go to.
Can I finish my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Anywho, 3 Days Grace and Shinedown are coming, I think, in like March. Junior Metalhead, one of her favorite bands is 3 Days Grace. So Alan, Mr. Alan Hawkins here in the chat, is actually going to get tickets, and him and I are going to go 50-50 on the cost so that we can take her to go and see 3 Days Grace. So that, to me, makes him a very cool kid.
Well, who's going to buy my Alice Cooper ticket that I can't go to?
Oh, Shinedown. My bad. Who did I say?
Alice Cooper's coming to the Coliseum.
I know.
Wow,
Well,
that's
so
cool.
3 Days Grace.
And
when is that?
I need to make a couple phone calls, but good odds are I won't be able to go to that.
Well, oh yes, Alan will be working Alice Cooper.
Well, you should get his autograph.
You should.
Hey, he's a cool dude.
Anywho, I do feel like he is a cool kid because he's setting it up so that we can get her to this show, and this is a band that she really loves and really wants to see, and it might be a chance that she'll never get again. So, you are a cool kid, Alan.
So what did we not get to do at the Clash last year? That I think
stay and drink with people.
Well, besides that,
the wings. I didn't do the wings either.
We have to do that.
Yeah.
I saw Larry D was in here too, and I think he would be interested in the wing joint. So maybe we just need to like take a group.
That would be
We
fun.
need to do a video with Larry D for his
Yeah.
channel,
Yeah.
and he makes us to take hot sauce.
Yeah. And we're
Because
all
I'm
gonna,
a wuss, but I will do it for him. I
we're
am a
all
wuss.
gonna scream in agony, but hey man, I'll do it.
Okay.
My eyes will squirt.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
nose will run, and my eyes will be
You
crying.
might see tears come out of my eyes.
We do have a couple of questions. Salient has a question actually for me and you both, Ed. He wants to know our favorite fish that we have.
Mine is and I'm not pronouncing it correctly. They're called banded bichers, but they're also I think called Deltese bicher.
Oh.
It is the awesomest biker. They have like a million different names. Nobody knows how to say it, but I absolutely love this fish. She is so cute. She comes up to the glass with her little things. She's in with really big, meaner fish. Well, she's good size. She's like this and like a big sausage. And she's been attacked by some of the cichlids, and she wins the fights because she has teeth, and they end up not messing with her. So I absolutely love her. I have two ornate bichers I absolutely love, but I can't keep anything with them because they will eat everyone.
Yeah.
But they're like snakes swimming in circles, and they go all over the place. The cats love watching them.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's my two favorites.
I'm sorry. I saw the answer to the Mystery Science Theater 3000 question of the robot names, and there it is. Crow,
Rosie Robot, Tom
Servo. That's two of them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Candy. Love you.
So
That was awesome.
guess I hate when people ask me this question of what is my favorite fish because I love all of my fish for different reasons. But I think if I had to pick one that brings a smile to my face anytime I come home, it would have to be Frankie, our Fahaka. He's so goofy and he has such a personality that I could be having the worst day at work, come in and just see him making waves in his tank, and I forget about anything that happened at work, and I just go over and interact with him. So Frankie the Fahaka probably has to be. He's at least top 5.
It's very hard when you interact with this many fish, and I'm not saying like we're some sort of gigantic aquarium. But it's really hard when you interact with this many different kinds of fish, and each and every one of them has their own personality. They're not robots. They all act differently. Whether they do a collective mind where they school up on you or whatever, or if they're singly and they're you got 1 out of 20 just sitting here going, "Feed me, damn it." They all act differently. They all act a different way. It's like they all know when I come home from work.
Yes.
It's like they know when I come home early, too. It's like if I'm home early, they're just like looking at me going, "You're not supposed to be here yet." But they all have their own attitude. They all have their own mentality, their own personality, their own way about them.
It's
and I'm not.
It's so hard to choose.
That's just my input on that. It's really hard to choose.
Listen,
when you
guys,
have this many fish.
We have 28 fish tanks. We have hundreds and hundreds of fish. It's hard to pick the absolute favorite out of all of those fish. It's hard. I have a top 5, but I can't necessarily pick my absolute favorite fish out of everything that we have.
Here's the way I look at it. The fish is in my house, in my tanks. It's my favorite.
They're here for a reason, It's fish that make us happy.
I have a favorite about something, about all of them.
Right. Freaky Fish Lady, hello. I don't think we said hi to her.
I'm sorry. Welcome. I don't think we said hi to June either.
I did say hi.
Oh, okay. Hi. But no, I don't know. That's
Oh,
why I
okay.
have a hard time. I personally, myself, I know I wasn't asked, but I'm going to say it.
So, no, I know. But then,
I personally have a hard time answering that question, and it is a good question.
he says you would if you could only have one. Then that decision would come real quick.
Well, yeah.
For me, it would be a Betta, hands down. Betta, hands down. If I could only pick one.
If you could only have one.
If I could only have one, it would be a Betta.
Well, then that changes things.
If I could only have one, like, singular fish, and we're not talking putting them in a tank as a school. If I could have one singular fish and that's all I could have, it would be a Betta.
And then you got to weigh your options. You got to sit
No,
back.
it would still be a Betta.
Well, you got to. But I get what he's saying.
For me, it would be.
I get what he's saying there. If I got one tank, one fish to put in it, what am I going to do?
For me, a Betta, hands down. Absolutely, hands down, a Betta.
See, I'm totally
no question.
I'm totally different. I'd have one tank, it'd be that one, and have that Fahaka in it.
You would have Frankie.
Or I'd have one tank, it'd be the pool with the gar in it.
There you go. What about you, Ed? If you could only have one singular fish in one tank, what would you pick?
Okay, I only have one fish. Well, no, now I have two fish. I have names because I kind of adopted Rex goldfish, and its name is Fishy Fish. So I have that fish, and it's a crazy beautiful goldfish. I mean, it's the only goldfish I have, but it was like his trophy one that he put in shows and stuff. It's crazy. But Baisher, the one Baisher is named Baishi, and I love her, and she's going to live to 30 years old. So I'd probably still keep her. But like, she's in there with your red devil, and I love that red devil. It's got so much personality. It's afraid of the Baisher. So what it does is it scoops up sand, and it's in a 4-foot tall tank. So it scoops up the sand and drops it on the Baisher.
Yep.
And it's always trying to cover this Baisher in sand, but the Baisher can swim under sand. So it just doesn't care. It just, I mean, there's been times I thought the Baisher was dead because its head was under sand and the body was just hanging. And I had to tap it with a stick and it was alive. But freaked me out.
It just buried my head.
Yeah, it did. It's but the big fish, and you guys have a lot of big fish. Big fish have so much more personality. I've got close to 100 tanks now, but they're almost all guppies. And I'm a huge guppy guy, but I can't pick one guppy because I can't identify one guppy. I have so many. I do have one female guppy she's like the Hulk, and she's purple, and she shouldn't even be that beautiful because she's a girl and a guppy. But maybe she's my favorite guppy.
Yeah.
She's like the Hulk guppy. She has a lot of boy hormones or something. But yeah.
And see, that's the thing. You say bigger fish tend to have bigger personalities or more personality. I have
bigger brains.
Well, but I have four different male bettas, obviously all in 4 separate tanks. And each one of them has such a distinct and different personality that I couldn't even out of those 4 pick my favorite. Because they're all so different and so much fun. There's something about a betta.
Look at the 2 flower ones I got. They're both so different. But Bobby is older than Galactus, and Bobby's more chilled. I know I said that.
Bobby's also old.
He can still be a dick.
But he's old.
But he's kind of more lax now, where Galactus is becoming the new Bobby.
Yeah.
Attitude-wise. But he's got his own.
I've always been a betta guy, but over the last few years, I've really started downplaying the bettas. They seem to be so inbred now. They don't last as long as they did in the 80s. They seemed like they would last for about 5 years. And now I think it's good if they go over 2. And I've gotten them to get cancer where they get tumors and stuff. And it's from inbreeding. They're more beautiful than they used to be, but they get so many more problems. And that's the one sad thing about bettas.
Well, that's the thing. Especially if you got them community tank or whatever, or in an area where they have the chance to do that, then the offspring don't have that good of a chance. And I mean, that's why it's the
I
whole
had
inbreed.
mollies that were the same way. They were so inbred, they got lots of tumors when they became adults.
Well, that's why I'm not pulling anything out of my cichlid tank. I'm like, if they live, they live. If they don't, I'm not pulling the holders out anymore, because eventually what's going to happen is, my local fish store said they would take them. Well, here's the deal: my local fish store got sold. So
Oh no!
now I got to make a deal with this guy. Well, I don't have that deal with this guy. So if I pull these fish out and I grow them, I got nowhere to put them but back in there. What do you think they're going to do? So it's like, if I can't find them new homes, I'm not going to put them through that, and then to turn around and then all you got is problems, and then your tank winds up dying off. I mean, it'll be a long time from now, but still, it's a game I don't want to play, which is why I'm not pulling the females. It's like, they're holding. I've got like 6 or 7, and they're holding.
Yeah.
Constantly, but at this point, I'm like, I'm not pulling them. If they live, they live. If they don't, well, that's nature.
Chances are they're inbred anyway.
Well, that's the other part. I don't know at this point, so I'm kind of letting them. And I have a Synodontis in there. He's kind of like the Zamboni of the tank, so I let him take care of business, and that's why I'm like, I'm just not trying to get into breeding. I'm not set up for that right now, and especially with our local fish store, I think I met the new owner. I think. And if I did, great. I hope so. But I don't know. Time will tell on that one. But I don't know if we're going to have the same deal that Brian and I had. You know, hey man, I got all these. You want them? Please take them. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I got the same deal.
Right.
So, and they're not purebred; they're hybrid.
Right.
So again, everybody's all, I don't want them because they're hybrid. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, they're still a great looking fish.
That's what I care most about.
All right, I got some video. They're to me, they're a little on the dull side, but it's probably just because my tank sucks. Is my thing. But when the light hits a couple of them just right, they get a real pretty blue down the side of them, or they get this weird yellow. Or I mean, they're interesting. They're lab mixed with the masonite, so there's an odd mix there. But they're real yellow lab and masonite. That's what it is.
No, I'm not one of these guys that's going to attack anybody for hybrids and stuff. I know that the purity lines are great and everything, but I mean, if you're only going to keep them in your own house and you want to enjoy them, enjoy them.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go out of my way to purposely grow them, knowing that they're going to wind up back in that tank. And
that makes eventually
that family tree forking just does this. And that's what I want to avoid. And you know, if I ever give some of them away, I don't want somebody going, "Hey man, you gave me this fish, and now all I hear is banjos 24/7." I don't want that.
Well, I bought 15 lyre tail mollies that were just beautiful. Once the parents, died, I mean, it was maybe 5 years ago, I had about 2 generations, and then after that, everybody started getting cancer.
Oh wow!
And they would all get tumors. And no other fish would get it. I tried all sorts of things because I tried fish tank leukemia. I tried everything to cure them. And I was talking to Dan from Dan's Fish, and he was saying it's probably just they're so inbred. They can't fight any little thing off.
Yeah.
And then they get sick. And it's like, wow, I never even thought about that. And he's right, because I wasn't going out adding any other lyre tails from another place. So yeah, it's a bummer. But if you're doing if you have hybrid, then their DNA is getting all shuffled up, and that's awesome.
Well, I only say they're hybrid because they're different Mabunas. They're still Mabunas. They're not Mabuna mixed with something else.
Beard looks awesome right now. I've never grown the full giant beard. That looks super cool.
Pretty sure.
I miss my old beard. Was that mine?
Yes. I think it was temperature shock. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I should have known better. That was my fault.
Oh no, what happened?
I moved his betta from a 2-gallon to a 15-gallon because water conditions were better. However, the bigger tank had a heater, the smaller one did not, and I think I shocked it and it died.
Oh, bummer.
And it was one from Chicago.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Carrie.
Hi, Carrie.
Hey,
Speaking of Chicago, I'm sorry. You know, I would never do that on purpose.
Well, it is what it is. And it's just been going around tonight.
Blame it on that wire.
Yeah.
No, I blame it on Alex.
It makes life easier.
No, I don't.
This wire right here.
It could actually be, to be honest.
No, I don't think that.
It was a temperature shock, and I should have known better. I should have acclimated him, and I didn't. And it was a beautiful betta. So now we're down to 3. Until I get my sorority going.
I've never owned a girl betta.
I'm going to do a sorority, so I'm going to have like 10 ladies. And it's going to be fun.
We're going to do those and some.
I think we decided cardinal tetras.
Yeah, I think there was.
Nice.
I wouldn't mind putting some rasboras in there too. Just saying.
I get it.
Okay, you move for a minute.
I'll be right back.
Can you
Oh,
do it
God.
without killing yourself?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, cool. Anywho. So yeah, the 40-gallon that we picked up, it's almost ready to set up, and I'm gonna put 10 females in there, and then I think some cardinal tetras, and then maybe some harlequin rasboras, something, because they all pretty much have to be similar in size, so nobody picks on anybody, and then they have to be a school as well. So
I wonder what Ness said. She's because Monster Fish Gal saying Severums are cool, Ness.
yeah,
I've got my
Aquatic Nest
first Severin
actually
and I love
asked.
it.
So Aquatic Nest said, "Do you want some Severums?" Which is funny because Aquatic Nest and Brandon only live about maybe an hour or so away from us. So
Oh, wow.
getting those
wonder
from
what
them
type.
would not be hard at all. So, I mean, message us in somehow, some way, because Severums are awesome. I would not say no to some Severums at all.
I have a green spotted one. I got it when it was like this big, and now he's like huge.
Oh yeah, I
He's
mean,
the
in the
biggest.
right conditions, they can get huge. And that's the thing. You go to these pet stores where they tell you, "Oh, this fish only gets this big," But then you get it home and it grows gigantic and it lives forever, and you're like, what the hell? But it's because those conditions were so good that fish was happy and it lived forever and it got gigantic.
Right now, he's hanging out with the devil. The red devil and him are like swimming right next to each other in the corner of the tank.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, they don't fight or anything, and he's bigger. He's like an inch bigger, and the red devil's like fat. So
Yeah.
he's maybe like, it's crazy. So weird. And they're both
And
boys, so.
Woo. And that red devil is the one that we're adopting, right?
Yeah. Because the red devil's constantly trying to bury my Bisher, and I just feel sorry for the Bisher.
Well, red devils can be quite pesky.
And I don't want to put the red devil in a smaller tank because it's in a 200 tank right now. And I can't put it in the 75 with the mean Bisher. Well, the other two Bishers, they'll just eat him eventually. So I can't put him there. I can't put him in one of the other tanks because they're all community fish tanks with lots of. Well, I have one 75 that just has a gold or angel fish in it, and I think I'm gonna take like 20 of my Cory cats and put it in there.
Oh, nice.
And so I'll have a whole Cory tank farm, or not farm, but community.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Gotta let.
We don't have a lot of room here.
No. We do.
That's why we need a smaller table.
Well, we do. He's just not small. Anyway, Aquatic
I'm
Nest
touching
says,
both
just trying to rehome most of our upstairs fish. Nest, get a hold of me. Seriously, depending on what they are and the fact that you guys are so close, Severums for sure. Yes.
Severums?
Aquatic Nest has Severums.
Nice.
I wonder what
But
type.
depending, I mean, seriously, we will drive to you guys and go and get these fish. You're so close. We will totally pick up these fish.
Paul Sotero even said Severums get huge and they like plants.
Okay, well, we have plants.
Unfortunately, there are none in that tank.
They like eating the plants.
They like eating plants, which is perfect because there's no plants in that tank.
There you go. There you go.
There's actually 2 red devil in there.
Vibes, hello.
They're more or less, I think they're Midas, but same thing. I mean,
yeah.
I want to drive up there and see if I can get one, and then I could give you guys your red devil. Because I think I'll just replace the red devil with more Severins in that tank.
Well,
I mean, listen, I'm just saying, I am willing to go and like physically pick up these fish from Aquatic Nest and Brandon. They don't live that far from us at all. The drive would be worth it, and we have lots of buckets.
We have ways of transporting
that,
but I'm not saying.
I'm not saying we'll take all of them, but just get a hold of us.
We can transport fish, obviously.
Just get a hold of us.
I have Galactus. He's still doing Galactus things. And we brought him 9 hour drive. Brought him back
from Pennsylvania.
And
yes.
The German Blues did fantastic. They're over there somewhere. Yes. I see one every now and then in the cube tank.
And my betta. They all came from the same place.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Seriously, Ness, get a hold of me, or have Brandon get a hold of Josh. Let's see if we can figure out something out with these fish. I'm interested. For sure. Oh, Vibes wants to know, Ed, how your weather is.
My weather is rainy until Sunday or Saturday, and we're supposed to get some sun then. So we haven't had sun for like 2 weeks. It is so strange. We
But
get more
what's the
rain than
temperature?
Portland. The temperature is in the mid 50s.
We're dealing with a polar anus.
Vortex.
Vortex.
Our polar vortex starts tomorrow, so our high tomorrow is supposed to be 18, and it's not really going to get better for like 3 days.
Wow, look at that red spotted turquoise Severin is crazy.
Beautiful. See that?
I'm
Yes.
sorry, Ed. If I come across one like that, I might have a hard time coming off of it.
I hear you. I've got a green spotted one, and it is absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh, I'm so
How
sorry
you
to
doing,
hear
buddy?
about your troubles.
Yeah,
Poor Austin.
sorry about
Austin,
that.
I really hope your evening has gotten better, sir. Your live stream broke our hearts. It really did.
Yeah.
And then karma apparently got us too, and we literally just lost a lot of fish on the stream.
Karma,
so.
that was you
I'm
moving
sorry.
too fast.
Jessica got us. I was dumb. I know what I did to cause that. But hopefully, Austin, your night is going a little bit better. We hope.
I ain't quite since Friday night's supposed to be 0 and Saturday -9.
You keep it.
Oh,
Yep.
Keep it.
That is no fun.
Keep it.
That is no fun.
Seriously, keep
I'll
it,
be
especially because our freaking furnace can't decide if it wants to work one day to the next.
I've been babysitting this thing since we got it repaired. And hopefully this stupid wire, hopefully that was the problem. The thing is about 5 or 6 years ago, the motherboard fried, or the circuit board fried. And this end right here literally fried the terminal off of it completely. I'm surprised we didn't have a fire. So
wow.
the guy that changed that circuit board said, "Oh no, that wire's fine." Well, here we are 6 years later. This thing is grounding out somehow and causing a lot of problems. Basically, what I mean by a lot of problems is my furnace shuts off when it shouldn't be. So,
yeah,
I'm hoping that was the best. So far, this thing has been on point ever since changing that wire. So, I'm hoping.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
I'm hoping that's it, but I'm going to be paranoid all night.
I am still trying to thaw out from not having heat from Saturday to today.
Yeah. So
Ish.
It sucked.
I mean, we had some warmth. I wasn't the smartest about the way I did it, but I made sure the house stayed warm-ish.
One advantage that we have is 3 of the biggest fish tanks in the room are all heated, and they're higher heated. So if you shut doors and nobody moves, this room actually will stay at about 66, 67.
The coldest we got was 64, and that was this morning when I took you to work.
Yeah.
The house was 64 degrees.
So it's like we got big shrimping popping in, and I see why are we all yelling? Because we wanna.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Everybody calls
Quiet
that.
Ness has red shoulder Severins.
Ooh.
Ness, seriously, get a hold of me.
She said she was gonna.
I know. Just
yell at her.
Please get a hold of me.
Shake your fist at her. That might help. There you go.
Somebody's gonna screenshot that.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Metalhead's an angry bastard. And that's all you're gonna get.
Austin said, little better. Breakfast for dinner is always nice. Seems at least the breaker taken care of. Might try again tonight. I don't know yet, though. So if your breaker quit popping, that is a positive.
Well,
But
yeah.
you definitely want to try to figure out why it's popping.
You still wanna look at. I would physically look at the breaker.
Yes.
I had a breaker do this that got old, and literally you could throw it, turn it back on, and it literally popped before you got.
Before you got back
So-
upstairs, that breaker popped again.
Literally, that breaker damn near crumbled
Mhm.
when I was taking it out. So definitely just check your breakers out. Make sure that you don't have a failing breaker. I'm not saying dig into wiring and all that. And if you're not comfortable with that, just have somebody come look at your breakers. Somebody
Well-
certified. And those things, they get old. And
His house is also way older than ours.
no, not by much.
His house was 1880s.
The
Ours is-
1890s. Ours is early 1900s. It's we're in that same ballpark with you.
Either way.
We're in that same ballpark
Either
with you.
way.
So things have been updated and changed and modified, and I'm sure it was all done by a certified electrician. If your house is like mine, that's a definite no.
Would anybody like a cat?
But
Free of charge, no shipping.
she
She likes to eat trash
well, they just like to play with it.
like a raccoon.
But what I'm getting at is just make sure that your breakers are on
Hopefully-
point, because I found out that mine weren't,
Regardless,
and they were doing something very similar to what you had happening tonight. So
Nico!
there's a Nico.
I love him so much. I feel like we need to go to Tennessee just so that I can snuggle Nico. Look at him. Look at him. But he can't hear me because Ed has his headphones. But Nico. Nico.
Whip said, "Will it come cooked, or do I have to cook it myself?"
Cook yourself.
Well, you could take it
Nico!
to Big Wings. I hear they do
Look at him.
it.
God, I love him. I have never met this cat in my life, and I would snuggle him all day long.
Oh, he's got that face that says,
He
"I
loves the
know
snuggles
everything's
too.
watching me."
I love him. I love him.
He's a really good boy. He doesn't eat garbage. But
My cat likes to knock the lid
They
off
just-
of the trash.
They just like to bounce off of walls.
Well,
Basically,
Okay.
what they're doing, and the trash just happens to be there.
no, so what they do is they knock the lid off of the trash, and then every now and then they will kick the whole can over and scour the contents everywhere, but then run away like that wasn't me.
They're like, "Dog did it," and ran.
Yeah, they're like Shaggy. It wasn't me.
he's looking at baby cat is in the shelf sleeping
Aww.
over there. He just noticed her and he's like, wait, she's in a bookshelf.
Oh my god, I want to boop his snoot. I want to boop him so bad. Boop. He's cute. Look at him. You wouldn't boop that snoot. Boop. You wouldn't boop that snoot. Boop it.
He does it himself.
Yes, priceless. There it is.
Love it.
That was priceless.
That was
Oh my gosh, somebody said KFC. I feel like eating KFC right now.
But they
But not
also
Kentucky Fried Cat.
fried cat.
Sorry.
That's
I
And
didn't mean that.
Carlson.
Korean fried chicken.
Now,
No,
you
see,
see,
KFC, Kentucky Fried Cat.
Oh,
my problem with KFC is like I love to eat it, but if I buy it and I eat it in my half of the house, Nico thinks he deserves half of it. But if
No.
so I'll like I tried eating at my mom and he's really yawning. I tried eating it over at mom and dad's, and then I had to share it with dad. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait till the next time my mom and dad, I drop them off at one of their old people parties, and then I'll go to KFC and eat it.
There you go.
Well,
but even on their side, so Nico and Baby Cat can't get to you.
Around here, the KFCs around here have really. Oh, excuse me. The KFCs around here have really gone south.
Oh no.
Downhill for sure.
So far,
they're too expensive.
Well,
ours cost $1 billion.
Not only that, but they don't know how to change their oil. Apparently, they don't know how to clean their stuff. It around here, it seems like Lee's and Popeyes almost taste better. Well, Lee's definitely tastes better, but Popeyes is right there with Lee's.
Nano says, well, he is on most of the shorts. I think Nico deserves most of the bucket.
Hey, you're right. He definitely is a working cat. I mean, people like, if I put Baby Cat on a short, I maybe get 1 sub if I'm lucky, or maybe I'll get 15 views. Nico will pull down 2,000 views. And
Nico is the prize kitty cat. Nico is the money.
I can do a short video on the Cube Tank, which is the one that has the year history, I guess you could say. And then I can do a short on Frankie, the Fahaka.
Mm-hmm.
The Cube Tank will do 200 or 300 views. Frankie will be capped out at 25.
Like 25, not 2,500.
Yeah,
2,500.
And I'm like, what in the hell? I could do the cichlid tank, and that might get something. The saltwater tank has a couple different videos. One of them's 500, the other one's 15. It's just weird. It's weird how it works. I guess
it is.
It's all in. And I'm a firm believer of this. It's all in the tags.
Yep. Because the computer reads it.
If you don't put the right tag in it, you're not going to get the view quantity that you want, I guess I should say.
Yeah, and the music. They really like it when you pick their choice music instead of cool music that makes sense. Because all my original stuff was I would pick music that was very obscure, but it fit the image perfect, or the video. Right. And as soon as I started picking what they recommended, it started to skyrocket. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm just, the part that I can't get over about that is most of that music sucks.
Yeah, I know.
I picked one the other day and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go with it. And it did horrible. And I'm like, well, I picked your damn song.
Yeah, I know. I know that if you ask a question, because it's a computer reading it, computers like it when you ask questions. So, whenever I say, what fish do you like better, or do you like the blue ones or the red ones better? That'll do really well instead of me just saying I like the turquoise Severin, or whatever.
Right.
If you ask a stupid question, it does really well. But then the cool people over here said, Ed, why did you ask such a stupid question? But oh well, it works.
That's just me. Mine are hit or miss. But if you go to the TikTok side of things, I know how to get views really quick. All you have to do is make fun of engineers.
I love your TikToks.
All you have to do is make fun of engineers, especially if they're GM engineers, or 2, make fun of Ford. And those videos will go viral. I've got one that has 274,000 views. Made me look like an idiot, but I don't care. I got the views. I didn't know it was damn TSB. It just looked really stupid the way the guy did it, but apparently that's how you're supposed to do it. They rerouted a vent tube off the fuel tank right across the exhaust manifold. I'm like, that doesn't seem like the wisest idea. Just looking at it.
Well, why do they put like pumps in the container? Like for your fluid. Why are they putting the pump inside? Why can't they put it on the side? So when the pump goes bad, you can just replace that instead of having to take the whole thing apart.
To make more money.
Well, if they did that, then they'd only be able to sell the pump.
And they don't make money.
Yep.
It's a money game.
Yeah. Well, just like you were telling me about the batteries.
Yeah.
Josh, okay, guys, I love asking Josh all my mechanical questions and problems. When I have to deal something, he's so nice. He helps me out. And I was like, why don't they make 6-year batteries anymore? And you said that there's only 2 companies that make batteries, one here, one Germany.
There's only 2, maybe 3 in the row.
That's terrible. And then
a lot's changed in like 15 years. There might be 3 now. But they literally make everybody's battery. Optima, Die Hard, Interstate, Sears, you name it. They're all made by one damn place. Except for Germany, and there might be one more now. But they're all made by the same place. They're all made with the same shit. One company will tell you, well, we put super desulfating plates in our batteries so that they last longer. And their batteries don't last 6 years. Their batteries barely last 3. These are all, anytime you get a battery rating, it is all on the pretenses of the perfect conditions ever. Means no electrical faults, no electrical failure, no mechanical, none of that.
Look, they stole a bio ball out of something.
Yeah, she probably grabbed it out of there.
Cat stole a bio ball.
Basically, what they are basing their pretenses on is the perfect world environment. Means your 25-year-old car has absolutely 0 battery draw and perfect wiring. Real world standards, yeah, right. Good luck. At most, what I see now, even with the batteries that I sell, because we're technically still, until I tell them to get their shit out of my shop, we're still an interstate dealer. Even with their batteries, I've had them bad right out of the gate. I've had them last a year and go bad. I've had them last 2 years and go bad. And everybody will tell you, well, that's not how a car battery works. You've got a problem.
False.
Well, you may be right on that. But then again, you may just be wrong. Because when I can test it 18 different ways and I come back to the fact of the matter of the problem is your lousy battery, it's not my wiring. I'm not going to send it off and have somebody else diagnose it to tell me the same thing I just told you.
Yeah.
So, they're getting chintzier with their batteries and they're making it harder, I guess, for mechanics, I guess, so to speak.
Well, I appreciate your knowledge. And then the other videos that I really like is like somebody brought in a car and I think they needed brake fluid or something. They needed something. And you were like, this thing's not going to go 5 miles after they leave because everything was falling apart on it.
Oh, yeah. That was the Buick.
So, yeah, I love these. You guys have to go check out his shorts.
Well,
they're amazing.
So the videos, what you guys don't see on those videos is the conversations that I have to have with the customers. Because
oh my gosh.
At this point, when I notice something like that, That is an insane liability. So I have to have them, if they are denying to repair the vehicle, which that particular one did, I have to have them sign a waiver before they take their vehicle off my lot. And it's like, listen, we are not responsible if something happens because you are literally walking on eggshells here. You're driving a car on ice. I mean, it like a thin sheet of ice. That thing's going to go at any minute. I've only had a couple deny to repair the vehicle, and both times it was understandable. Except for that Buick. I mean, he had his kid driving around that, and I'm like, maybe you want it to be a little more sound than that, but if you're not going to have me fix it, I need you to sign this because if something happens, we're not liable. And that's where a lot of the shade tree guys will get in trouble. Because what they don't realize is you can be sued on that. If I brought my car to you and you were doing this out of your garage, just your garage at your house, not shop, just a garage. Oh yeah, bring it over. I'll take care of the brakes, whatever. It's fine. And you just took care of one thing, but you totally missed the fact that the wheel was doing this. And then you obviously had to take that wheel off to work on the brakes, and then you put that wheel back on. You get out on the road, you make it 5 miles, and you tie rod or the ball joint breaks, whatever, and you go careening off and you wipe out 17 cars and whatever. You can be held liable for that, at least here in Indiana. So I try to make damn good and sure that every vehicle that comes into my shop, if I see anything like that, you're being notified, and it's up to you. You don't have to have me fix it. But before it leaves here, you are signing off on the fact that I did tell you there was an issue there. You do know it's a safety concern, and I did advise you do not drive it.
Alan just said, typically skip the halftime show because good Lord. Typically, I will agree with you on this, but did we not get confirmation that who's doing the halftime show? I know Chris Stapleton is doing the anthem, right?
I think it's Rihanna.
Oh, well then, yeah, we are totally skipping that.
The Black Eyed Peas were good that one year.
They were. Chris Stapleton,
most
I thought.
Most of the time, that's when I'm loading up on my food at halftime.
Yeah.
Battery recommend to fix the flux capacitor. Just throw more flux in it. That's how you fix that.
I know Chris Stapleton is supposed to do the
anthem
at the beginning of the game. And Chris Stapleton, like, I'm not really a country fan, but I love Chris Stapleton. So I'm excited to see that.
I won't. Are we talking about the Super Bowl?
Yes.
I won't be watching any of it.
I might.
Well, it's my sister's birthday on top of it. So my whole family, we all were in Kansas City growing up.
Oh,
so
that's
my sister's
a
huge Chiefs fan too. So the whole family will be here. We'll have wings. I'm going to make a cake, and I'm going to dye it red and yellow layers. So
basically what you're saying is we need to come to Tennessee.
No, okay. So you do realize you don't have to dye anything. You can do a red velvet cake and a yellow cake.
I thought I would do a lemon cake for the red or for the yellow. And then I was thinking still do a white cake, but then I was going to use raspberry jelly type that stuff.
You can do that.
I'm going to dye it super red.
But I mean, for a red cake, a red velvet cake is red. Like,
Yeah, I don't
It
like
would
it.
work.
I don't like red velvet.
Looks like Brennan popped in. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Misfits. Kyle Jaded.
Janet Jackson halftime show.
That was.
Oh, with Justin Timberlake when she had the wardrobe malfunction and everybody saw boob before the TV could even make that go away. Everybody saw nipple. Yeah.
Malfunction.
Everybody was away from the TV at the time, except for me and my brother. And I was like, "Did we just see that?" And he says, "I think I just saw that." I still remember that.
Both too. We looked at each other and I was like, "Did you just see her nipple?" And he goes, "That was her nipple." And I was like, "We just saw nipple."
Oh yeah. I tell you what, there's been some good ones. A lot of turds, but there's been some good ones.
There was one year they had Lamb Chop sing along. And I didn't know who Lamb Chop was except for the Super Bowl. Some old lady singing Lamb Chop sing along.
Okay.
I'm like, what has gone on with the Super Bowls?
I don't know how well this is going to show up, but I'm going to try. Maybe. Ish. There you go. There you go.
Gosh.
Look.
Awesome
I told you somebody was going to screenshot that.
So, that was actually just sent to me by Michael B.
That is so cool. He's back on sitting on his cushion right now.
Nico literally is like, oh, well, and then he got one of Nico being proper. You might have to hold your hand over it again. Oh, wait.
You're going to have to send those to me. That's so cool.
I will send those to you.
Nico being Nico, and then Nico pulling an Axl Rose.
Nico was being very proper in that second one and sitting like a good boy. That's so funny.
I knew it wouldn't be long until somebody did that.
You knew somebody was going to send us a screenshot of Nico, like, yawning all big, showing his teeth.
Well, everybody, it is, we've been going on for a while here.
It's almost 9 o'clock our time.
I think we're going to shut her down, folks. I want to thank everybody for coming or going or...
That. All of that.
Yeah, all of that. My lurkers, I love you guys. The replay crew, thank you so much. Everybody doing the moderator thingo, I love you all. Glad you're here. Thank you so much for everybody popping in, popping out, popping up, popping left, popping right, whatever you want to do. I hope we all pop back here next Monday night.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Pop, pop, pop.
But thank you so much, Chattanooga Ed, for being here tonight. You are welcome anytime you want to come up.
Anytime.
And it's just, it's so much like we were there but not there, you know. And I can't wait for Cleastone. Yeah, can't wait for the Clash. That's what I was trying to get out. I want to hang out with you guys again. I want to see everybody again and have a you know, just another set of memories. And but thank you all so much for coming. I had a good time. I hope Ed had a good time. She probably did too. We will wrap this one up for tonight, but we will probably see you again on Saturday. So that'll be her time.
I haven't streamed in 2 weeks, so I probably should, huh?
Well, we're gonna pop in there and help her get it in. So anybody, anyways, everybody, have an awesome night. Have an awesome week. And stay metal.
That.
If I can find the button. There it is.
That one.
Later.
No, you still did
Hit it again.